Thank you very much. Thank you for being here so late in the afternoon. I'm very glad that it's kind of a packed seminar today. So I'm going to talk now about Korean beauty, which a lot of people are interested about, not only in Asia, but also in the West. And this is what I will talk about toward the end as well, how South Korea is influencing Asia, not only also is starting to be a big influence on Western country. So first of all, I will talk a little bit about the market, so a lot of market sizing, what influences South Korean consumers to buy beauty, etc. Talk about consumer trends, of course, and then I will dig into product trends and innovation. So I will mostly talk about skincare, color cosmetic, which are the most dynamic categories, but also hair care, which is a new trending, new categories that is becoming bigger and bigger in South Korea, and of course how South Korea influences Asia as well as the Western market. Okay, so markets. Why is it such an exciting prospect for beauty industry? For such a small country, for 50 million inhabitants, it actually has very, very big value in terms of retail. So in 2014, we estimated at Mintel that the beauty and personal care was worth about 13 billion. And it's actually among one of the highest spend per capita in beauty and personal care. Each inhabitant would spend, like according to our figure, $246 per year per inhabitant. So very, very strong here, of course, purchaser of beauty products. In terms of segmentation of this market, so of course, not surprisingly, facial skincare is the biggest segmentation within the market. In 2014, it was worth about $7 billion US dollars. And far, far afterwards, you can see the line, the green line is color cosmetics. So of course, facial skincare, very big, color cosmetic second, and third, you have shampoo and conditioner. So all in the bottom and all the rest of the categories like shaving, body cares, etc. But I'll talk at the end how new categories like fragrance, hair care, and body care offer new ways, new opportunities in South Korea as well. In terms of potential and where the growth are coming from in South Korea, so you can see that in the next 5 years compared to the last 5 years, so we're talking here of compound annual growth, there is only the soap, bath and shower categories that is meant to increase. Everything is declining, which is don't panic, this is fine, it's just the market is declining a little bit because of economic recession in the country. So you can see here that, of course, hair colorant is still a very, very big performer of the market, and the three categories, color cosmetic, facial care, and shampoo and conditioner, have still relatively strong growth in the next 5 years, even though everything is declining slightly. So there is a lot to read here. I'm just going to talk about the most important, but of course the market is challenging like any market. There is a slowing economy at the moment, declining population, and there is a recent trend for convergence. So they're all stripping down skincare regimens and multifunctionalities that may cause challenges, but there are actually a lot more opportunities in this market. And this comes from the highly engaged male and female population in beauty. There is also an aging population that will give more and more opportunity within the market. Of course, some manufacturers can break away from the fast fashion of bringing more and more innovations and actually positioning their product as more sophisticated and higher priced as well. There is current trend at the moment in diversifying the retail scene, so that will create more and more opportunities. We're seeing more and more in South Korea, more and more space given to multi-brand retailers, of course Olive Young, but not only, Belport as well. And the very, very high internet usage and Wi-Fi connection, of course, will make the South Korean especially engage via social media. There is also more opportunities for import cosmetic in the country as well. Okay, so some consumer trends. Some of you, of course, may know that already, the South Korean here, but K-beauty and celebrity power is one of the big purchase driver in the area. So all of these stats, because we're not running consumer data, us as Mintel in South Korea, so they are actually statistics that has been picked up by our beauty analyst base in South Korea from local surveys, etc. So pretty much all you see here from South Korea are from local survey. You have the base always here down at the bottom of the slide. But one, of course, of the big purchase driver is the product reviews and recommendation from other people. Another big purchase driver is everything that is what's new and hot. So consumers in Korean always monitor, of course, what's new and hot. They're very savvy in terms of beauty. They want to know what are the best selling. If you go to South Korea at the moment, each shop have a best-selling wall. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So they really want to look at what's selling the best. And also very important is the blind test result. So you can see here is actually a very, it comes first as the most important factor driving product purchase. So you have these TV shows, for instance, like Get It Beauty, that runs blind tests and people, so in this show, you test 5 different lipstick and they don't give the name, and then people can rate it. The celebrity that is part of the show can rate it. So the blind test is very important as well in South Korea. The celebrity and digital power, of course, very important in the country, so everything that is K-drama, K-pop, etc. Here you can see from a local survey, I'd like to try the lip color that the actress in My Love from Another Star, which is one of the big K-drama, so were in the drama in 2014. You have 85% as a yes, and as a matter of fact, one of the Yves Saint Laurent lip color that was used in this K-drama was actually sold out for months after the episode. So it really shows you here, of course, like how these K-drama, this K-pop influence very heavily the country. If you go to South Korea now, you can see wall. Like, so this is from the Seoul flagships in Olivyang. You can see a big wall of Get It Beauty, which is the TV online channel where you can actually get all this recommendation of beauty product and you can buy directly from it. So it's a kind of sort of QVC for the Western people here this afternoon. So male cosmetic also is a big topic in South Korea, of course. It's one of the biggest male cosmetic in the world, very fast growing as well. This is here according to figures found in a Seoul newspaper here. So of course, some of you may know that BB, CC cream, etc. for men is something quite commonly used by South Korean men. Amore Pacific is also a cushion for men. This is not a new product. It has been in the market for a few years already. And of course, there is a big crave for skin first. So skin always comes first in South Korean routine, which explain, of course, why facial skincare is such a big segment, if you remember from the slide of the retail value. So again, from a survey coming from the Foundation of Korea Cosmetic Institute, they found out that the average number of products in skincare routine in Korea is nearly 4. So compared to any other country in the Asian region here, China, Thailand, Vietnam, India is much higher than anywhere else. Okay, so some of the trends and innovation that we are seeing in skincare, color cosmetic, and hair care at the moment. Okay, so skincare. So skincare South Korea, it's quite famous to have a very advanced facial skincare routine. This is a bit extreme, but it exists. Advanced 8 to 10 step. What we are seeing at the moment in South Korea, it seems that the trend is going more and more towards shortening the trend. So you have 3 to 4 steps. The booster or first serum, which will replace these 3 steps. The essence, of course, which replace the multiple essence that women could use. And the multi-action cream or oil that will replace the multi-step facial skincare finished by the BB or CC cream. So of course the multifunctional also is a hot topic as well in South Korea, even though it's traditionally a country where ultra segmentation is very well accepted. So we have seen new skincare step entering in South Korea, like this, which is called the first essence or booster serum, or so it's basically like multifunctional products that are used to prepare after using skincare product. So it seems like these new type of products are taking over the use of essence, lotions, etc. And we've seen more and more brands using this type of vocabulary as well. There is also a growth of water essence. So this water type essence are really becoming part of women's skincare regimens. You can see here that already 3/4 of Korean women have used water essence. The way they use it applying using a cotton pad. So these products are mostly multifunctional, and they basically used as a first step of the skincare routine. So we've seen this trend starting from this product from SK2, which was this fermentation essence, and it seems that the market is developing more and more of this kind of water type essence. And of course, as I was saying, the new multifunctional, so this is something multifunctional hybrids category, so also impacting South Korea. What we used to see, of course, in Western countries are also like this type of vocabulary, like all-in-one, is also something that seems to trend up as well in South Korea. And I was talking about the booster or the first serum or the first essence. If you want to ultra segment your facial skincare, of course, South Korea is a great country to take inspiration. They have introduced about a couple of years ago a finishing skincare step. So these products are between the skincare routine and the makeup routine. We've seen a number of brands like here, you have the Koreana brand, so they all called like finisher or skin finishing. So they are used either as primer, or some have actually encapsulated pigments, so they're already here to actually start the makeup routine, and are slightly covering for some. Most are just brightening, or they smooth the skin, or they even out the skin, or they illuminate the skin. I was talking about male cosmetic and how this market is very, very dynamic when it comes to males grooming and segmentation of the men's grooming. According to this survey from Ministry of Food and Drugs Cosmetic, Korean men use 13.3 beauty items per month. That's huge, as compared to 27 items used by women. Already over a third of Korean men in their 20s use BB cream. So of course in South Korea we've seen BB, CC cream, water essence, even skin finisher actually designed especially for men. So now coming back to the global, like, so what's trending up really in facial skincare. So that's not new. South Korean women have an obsession for moisture. They want to have this dewy skin, this healthy skin. Moisturizing skin means healthy skin, and of course this really continues the obsession around wanting to have like a very moisture, ultra moisture. So we've seen a lot of, you know, this vocabulary, water, moist. You also have like a moisture magnet here, water drops. So you can see a lot of course, packaging around, you know, like this drop, etc. So this, of course, help to innovate a lot in the market. And one way to innovate in moisturizing or in pushing moisturizing is by playing with textures. So these two segments are already quite established for a few years. So all this hybrid product, this is a hybrid oil, of course, sleeping pack, which is a kind of like melting type of gel, sleeping mask that you put on your face that you don't rinse off, and all this type of new textures, and especially dual textures or transforming textures. So you actually bring a little bit of a visual element, so a little bit of kind of playful and fun element. This one from Hera has a powder ampoule that you can see here, and basically it releases the whitening powder into the serum that is just in the little vial here. Sleeping pack. So sleeping pack is, as I just said, like a kind of melting type of gel textures that is used as a night cream, but of course that is much more fresh and much, how to say, like a little bit bouncy cream, so very different from the night cream that we used to have years ago, especially in the Western countries. Sleeping pack are starting to arrive in Western markets as well. I will talk about it later. And in South Korea, they are starting to segment, and they are starting to go into different type of attributes as well. So you have two examples here. You have the cooling sleeping pack from Olika Olika, and you also have segmentation by area of the face. You have the lip sleeping mask by La Neige. Sheet mask as well. So sheet mask is a very, very fast evolving segment in South Korea. Originally, of course, it was driven by convenience, instant hydration, value for money. So this is a segment that is really, really well established in South Korea. Recent trends have left new opportunities for new type of retailers, so mask stores. So you have here an example of, so is one of the mask store, look, all mask stories. So you have about any type of mask nowadays for the face, different part of the face, and different part of the body as well. There is also a new trend in South Korea, which is called the one day, one mask sheet. So you can see here, this is the number of online search for one day, one mask sheet. And from 2015, it has definitely gone up. So this is really something that is interesting to monitor within the sheet mask and how this is going to evolve in South Korea. So as I just said, sheet mask has become a very highly segmented categories, and this is only in just a few years. You have about any type of mask, any type of design, any type of format. You have, of course, the paper mask, which is the original one, but you see more and more of a hydrogel. You see different parts of the mask as well. This is, for instance, for the bottom of the face. You have also patch, of course, that you apply in different parts of the face. So this is a smile patch, very convenient for talking, just apply it on your mouth. So of course, and also very different type of new attributes. You also have, peeling masks. So it's not only about hydration, but really any type of skincare attributes here, and also eye-catching ingredients, of course, like snail extract, horse oil, placenta, donkey meal, etc. So the animal ingredients, of course, is something very specific to Eastern countries. South Korean markets is very strong, and of course, snail is not new. It has been established for quite a while. Newer, though, are the horse oil and goat milk, for instance. So we're starting to see more and more moving a little bit away from the traditional snail into these new type of animal extract, animal ingredients based. And new or newish big trend, but at least definitely growing, is the rise of derma-cosmetic. So derma-cosmetic is a very, very dynamic market segmentation in South Korea. It is not new. It's about 10 years ago that derma-cosmetics started to be popular in South Korea. However, what is newer is that the pace of how derma-cosmetic is entering or is expanding into the market is very fast. So CNP is from LG household. This has been introduced in the market fairly new, so it's only 2 years ago. And Amore Pacific has reintroduced very recently this year this pharmaceutical brand, Estura, which used to be called Amore Pacific Pharmaceutical. So you can see here that, of course, local brand like Dr. Jart, CNP, etc. So there are incredible number of these derma-cosmetic brands in South Korea. But not only, you also see a number of imported brands, of course, like Bioderma, Vichy, La Roche-Posay, etc., being very, very popular in the segment, which is very good news for international brands wanting to enter in this market. Okay, so that was for skincare. The second one that we're going to look at is color cosmetic. So first of all, of course, South Korean women love their face makeup. The usage by format is very high. Of course, not surprisingly, BB and CC cream has the highest percentage of usage, 78%. Not only, you also have the face powder, etc. What is interesting is that according to a survey from a magazine, women use different type of foundation depending on the circumstances. So they have, of course, a variety of foundation that they can pick from. According to our database, GNPD, so this is the percentage of launch of South Korean launches versus global launches. So this is by top claim for foundation and fluid illuminator. You can see that the top 10 claims are quite different from South Korea compared to the rest of the world. First of all, UV protection, very, very high, almost like even more than 8 in 10 launches in 2014, 2015 had a UV protection, so a must-have in facial foundation in South Korea. Also very high, 6 in 10 launches of facial makeup were integrated moisturizing and hydrating property. If you compare it to the rest of the world, is only 40%. Whitening, of course, and anti-aging as well, 44%. So what are the established and evolving trends? All trends in South Korea are evolving anyway, constantly evolving, but one of the biggest established trends is, of course, the Chok Chok look or dewy look, so having this kind of very healthy look on the skin. So, of course, that really push the trends toward more and more liquid, cream or watery textures. So, of course, there is another trend which is established and evolving, is integrating skincare benefits in makeup. So this is something that is, as I just said, quite established, but we are seeing it moving more and more towards integrating skincare benefit like gel, essence, balm, oil, ampoule, etc. As I just said, we're also seeing a lot of anti-aging claims in facial cosmetic, facial makeup as well. And textures, very, very big topic as well in South Korea. It's also a segment that is already established, but is ever is evolving in the market. So there has been a growing demand for richer or like more sensorial textures, so like cushiony or bouncy textures, such as jelly, for instance. And of course, a new type of textures like watery, balm, oil, etc. And as well as transforming textures that present novelty in facial, in makeup as well. So the Chok Chok dewy look, of course, is very popular in South Korea, and it's helping to push new categories, new entrants. So the Chok Chok look, as some of you may know, it's this type of look is like you get out of a spa, you have a very kind of dewy face. And this is also one of the reasons why cushion is such a popular segment, because it allowed to have this very healthy look on the skin. You also have this type of products that we don't have, for instance, in Western countries, which are kind of almost like a ceramide type of product. So this is a moist balm by Moonshot. So it's pure ceramide, and you just put it on top or under your makeup to make your face look like you get out of a spa. So of course, cushion is the big topic at the moment in South Korea. Every single brand has a cushion. Amore Pacific at the moment is pushing IOP cushion very, very strongly. They've just opened a new store, the first store ever that is dedicated to one type of product, cushion. It's very interesting for those who go to Seoul. I would really highly recommend going to see it, because it's basically a very, very big shop where they just promote one product. So they are almost a museum of the cushion foundation there. But of course, what's going on in South Korea at the moment is that cushion is has evolved already into many types of different cushion, including, for instance, mesh, metal, and even new generation of cushion like this one. This is called a hidden cushion, or actually the manufacturers call it easy cushion. So it's basically the liquid is embedded into the packaging. So it's ultra portable type of cushion. And cushion is also moving beyond face makeup. So cushion is actually a type of packaging. At the end of the day, this is not only limited to facial skincare, facial makeup. And you have now cushion for the hair. Of course, cushion as color points. Amore Pacific has one, but it has been copied into also other local brands, and even a cushion for baby care. So sun care is also a category that has used cushion as a way in applying these products. And the next BB-CC cream is probably the evolutions of face makeup that have more advanced claim and textures. So in South Korea, it seems like BB and CC cream, this is not where innovation, the best innovations are coming from. Best innovation seems to come mostly from this new type of foundation or facial makeup. So you have really kind of new vocabularies, like hybrid vocabularies. You have foundation and balm, like found balm. You have also founder, foundation and powder. Here, of course, oil foundation, an example from Chosunga. And as I was just saying earlier, the crave of having more and more skincare benefits, more and more advanced skincare benefits within facial makeup as well. So Essence, if you remember, this was a type of facial skincare, and it's actually not rare anymore to see, foundation with Essence in in the claim of the product. Okay, so skincare, color cosmetic, of course, the two biggest one not to be forgotten is the hair care segment. So hair care segment is definitely segmenting and becoming more and more sophisticated. So that's good news, actually, because it will open the market to much almost like a new category. So we are starting to see a new rituals getting more and more complex. Hair treatment market as well, growing at the moment. So this is really pushed by the fact that consumers are looking for almost little luxuries and indulgence. So of course you have the basic hair care ritual, shampoo and conditioner, but the more advanced is now integrating hair treatment or hair essence or oil. And of course you have a lot of more additional new type of format that you can add. Hair ampoule, so it's like hair serum, hair pack, so sleeping pack as well. I will talk about it. Hair mask, hair tonic as well. So Scalp is the skin. This is interesting. This is the new ways of approaching hair care, almost hair care slash skincare. So hybridization of these two categories. We've seen a number of brands actually pushing or educating the consumers in the importance of treating your scalp as if it was your face almost. You have this brand, it's called Kerasis Naturing, and they've launched this shampoo with a campaign that educated consumer about scalp pores, which are actually much bigger than the face pore. So again, relating the scalp to the face, it's something that seems to be really trending up as well in South Korea, or a way to positioning hair treatment or in the country. Self-care booming as well. This is an interesting survey. So what home beauty care are you currently doing at home beside daily basic skincare? You can see that 55% hair treatment and mask. Hair colorant as well is a very big segment in South Korea. So this is the value in billion won, in Korean won, and you have the value growth. So you can see that the value growth is very strong, although it has been very, very high in 2010 and tends to be a little bit less, but still 22%. In 2013 here, it was actually very high. Of course, in hair care, they also borrow skincare concepts, so skincare concept like fermentation, and I was just talking about it, sleeping pack, so sleeping mask. This is a product from Tolimoli, and it's a leave-in hair treatment that you leave overnight. So same concept then for face sleeping pack as well. And hair colorant, I was saying earlier that texture, of course, is a very big, it's a hot topic in South Korea. Textures in hair colorant as well. So we see pudding, which essentially is the same thing than jelly. Here, so again, really making the whole experience around the product a little bit more playful, a little bit more fun, and also conveying very like higher hair-friendly or moisturizing type of attributes. So now, of course, South Korean is not only big in its own market, it influences a lot all of Asian markets as well as Western countries. So interesting, in the country, in South Korea, beauty exports have actually outpaced imports. So from the year 2012 here, you can see that the line of exports has now become much bigger than imported product. The biggest market where South Korea exports is China, Hong Kong, Japan, but Japan has gone down, so it's actually not where the opportunities are. USA, very interesting, and Taiwan. The imports by categories, so the brands that get into South Korean market, mostly facial skincare, of course, 44% of imported beauty products. However, the growth is going down. Second biggest imported category, color cosmetic, 15%. Third, hair care. And actually, hair care is going up, plus 10% versus last year. Fragrance as well, 9% versus last year. So these two categories for imported brands are very interesting. So if you go and tap into South Korean markets, hair care and fragrance, if you go into South Korea at the moment, you will see that fragrance is expanding. So the space that fragrance is taking is expanding year on year. What's happening in Western markets? So Western markets, of course, everybody has his eyes on what's going on in South Korea, to the point that Western brands and big groups are actually taking a lot of innovation coming from South Korea to integrate them into their new product launch. L'Oréal, LVMH are the biggest players into this, introducing, of course, this new format, so innovation, so hybrid textures obviously is becoming a hot topic in Western market. Sleeping mask, which has been taken over by L'Oréal mostly, and L'Oréal has integrated sleeping masks in pretty much all of his brand, of his portfolio. So this is from Lancôme. And of course, cushion, everybody's talking about cushion. Lancôme was the first to introduce cushion in Western markets, sorry. What is interesting is that if you go to South Korea, you also see, of course, Western brands responding to local markets by actually launching specific type of product that cater for South Korean consumers only. So this product doesn't exist in Western markets. So this is the Blossom Caresse by L'Oréal, and it basically takes inspiration from local trends for graduation lip. So they have this product in L'Oréal Paris and as well as Maybelline. So air cushion is moving in Western markets. I was just talking about L'Oréal, Lancôme, L'Oréal, of course. They're actually not the only one that have tried cushion. You have Kiko Milano. This was a limited edition cushion foundation. You have IT Cosmetic. You also have Pure Minerals, which is an American brand, and Autograph, which is a Mark & Spencer brand. And of course, these new textures, so I was talking about hybrid type of texture, but when I was talking about jelly, gels, etc., this is something that Western brands are really starting to also embrace more and more. They are, so all this kind of ultra moisture or natural look that South Korean women love. Western brands are starting to see this innovation having potential into the Western market. So everything that is the semi-solid type of texture, so the bake type of texture, this has been used in the blush by Lancôme here, and the jelly from LVMH Givenchy. So this is also a blush that has this jelly type of memory of foam type that has been launched in France and in Europe. Okay, so as a conclusion to this presentation, of course, there will continue to have a lot of innovation in South Korea, and this will be done a lot through hybridization of categories, new textures, as well as segmentation. So, of course, this hybridization of categories, skincare, makeup, skincare, is not new, but that will continue to evolve more and more and more and more. And the new type of hair care with skincare attributes is also something to continue to watch for the next coming years. I was talking about the next generation of BBCC cream that should be actually taken from what's going on in facial makeup at the moment. And innovation in textures are here to be fun, but not only, they actually improve the technicity of the product. So we will continue to see a lot of these textures like melting or dual texture or transforming texture, tint as well, and all the new night care mask will continue to be a very big segment where innovation comes from. Big segment that offer new opportunities. So new segmentation is hair care, body care, and fragrance. So that's good news for local markets as well as international markets that wants to tap into the South Korean markets. And South Korea will continue to have a lot of influence overseas. We are starting to see, as I just said, new textures, hybrid claim, also even popular look. So you know the look of graduation lip. It's something that we start to see as well in Western country. A lot of people are asking, what about cushion? Is it successful in the West? We don't know. So it's a little bit too early to know if it's going to be successful or not. There are literally only 5 brands that have come with cushion in the West, but there will be a need for educating Western consumer on how to use cushion. It's a highly disruptive format for Western markets, so it will take time to establish, and education will be key. Also, another format that has a lot of opportunities to grow in Western and overseas is, of course, sheet mask. It has been very slowly to grow in the West, and mostly because it's mostly premium brands that are launching sheet mask. And something to really continue to monitor is the rise of derma-cosmetics. So derma-cosmetics, of course, will increase the number of local brands as well as important brands. So there is still a lot going on, and the South Korean market is ever-ending. The growth opportunity in these markets are ever-ending. So thank you very much. That's it for this presentation. Thank you.